Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the episode. It's a big one today. I got a legend in the building. What's going on, Big Buff?
What's good, man?
I'm good, brother.
What's
You alright?
How's it?
It's been a minute, brother.
It's been a while, man. But we see each other then.
Yeah, in the streets.
In the streets.
I see you about to fill up the stadium there.
Yeah, still, we on a mission, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We on it.
What inspired you to be the first artist to say, I want to take on such a big feat and fill up the National Sports Stadium?
Yo, man, for me, it's always been the thing to keep challenging myself.
Yeah.
And just do what I think inspire the next person in the process.
Yeah.
But just trying to challenge myself and doing something that I always feel like it can be done.
Yeah.
When I'm in the streets and I listen to everybody else, because I did a little bit of my survey.
Yeah.
Spoke to a few artists.
Yeah.
And my friends, top artists there in home. I was like, yo, y'all need to do this.
Yeah.
And then everybody was hesitant. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is with me is me trying to do it is not me saying it's supposed to be like a one-man band type of thing.
Type of show, yeah.
I don't know if I should call it the industry as yet, because our entertainment game has been we still I think striving or working towards to be an industry.
Develop it to that point.
So basically, for me, I feel like steps like this helps that the corporate and everybody takes it serious.
Yeah.
Because if I'm just spearheading the whole thing, I'm just like, okay, let's do it, and then whoever wants to protect. Like obviously I've been speaking to dudes, I spoke to dudes already.
Yeah.
Everybody's just waiting for the goal. But it's for the industry.
Everybody's just waiting for you to sell the Mustang. Everyone's just waiting for you to sell the Mustang.
Oh yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look, you know why it's like that for me, right?
Yeah.
I always felt like I always sold cars. Like I always sold my car, any of my cars and whatever, because I don't look at cars as like, you know what I mean, cars is just a car. It's not an asset though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can have an accident just now, you know what I mean? Like it could be a Lambo and
Yeah.
have an accident, it was worth nothing, and you know what I mean, just broke your heart and whatever.
Yeah.
When you have a house, it's a different thing. So I always feel like every time I have to do some sort of investment,
Yeah.
Well, in my art or even be it business, like, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, okay, I kind of use cars to keep money that I want to use for the next thing and whatever.
Because cars can move faster.
Yeah, you move it faster, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So every time we have something going, I was like, yo, man, we need to do an album, or we need to do some sort of promo, or we need to do a video, or we need to do whatever. I always I'll fling the vehicle. I was like, yo, let's quickly fling it. And then 2-3 months, we back on again. 2-3 months, I've always been, I've used that, you know what I mean? Because I've always been independent.
Yeah.
Well, I was signed in the beginning, with DJ Waxy and in the beginning of my career. But I'm saying, like, later on, I had to just be independent all the time.
Yeah.
And you have to constantly sponsor yourself and fund yourself and so forth. So I was like, yo, I'm finna sell this thing and go ahead with this, so people can take it serious.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? But good thing about this, you know what I mean? I started getting some of my dudes, even the corporates and whatever, like, yo, we can jump on, just get us a proper proposal and let's see how we can jump on. So I've been quiet for a minute because it's time to just now work. Like, how do we
Put
really,
your head down,
how do we really
work.
do it? Yeah, that's why, I had to announce it. I made noise with it. Now it's like, how do we?
As a musician, how important is it for you to not just do music, to have hustles on the side? How important is it?
I would have said just maybe in Africa only, but I feel like even in the US, you know what I mean? Like, examples of Jay-Z and them,
Business people.
Yeah. I feel like you have to have the corporate hat at the same time. You have to have a business hat. You have to have your artist hat, but you got to be able to do all of it. You got to be a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And the music, because unfortunately, not only you're not always hot,
Yeah.
or not only you're always dropping hits,
Yeah.
But even the hits, even the songs, because every time you drop a single, unless you're signed with a major, and you want some 360 record deal, you know what I mean, then certain expenses are not to you, won't bother you and stuff. But as an artist who's independent, you constantly have to find yourself in promo, the video, everything, the whole package. It's never, every time you drop a single, it's never like, yo, I already have 5 million followers, or I already have. It's like people have short what do you call it? Short-term
lifespan,
attention span. You know what I mean?
Attention span. Yeah.
So they people not really giving you that much time like that anymore. Even if they're your followers, you know what I mean? They just skip to it. So you find out you still have to promote it and rub it in their face and do all that and do all sorts of. They gotta see it on TV, radio, social media, and whatever. You know what I mean? Then they can do references. Oh, I heard that song on the radio. Oh, I heard that song on the club. All that stuff. So you pretty much still have to do the same promotion and marketing, even though you already have the followers. And so forth. So you have to have businesses that fund. For me, like I'm saying, like look, I'm doing chickens on the side. I'm doing all that, so I can push the love of music. You know what I mean? When I put out, it needs promotion, it needs funding, it needs sponsorship. I mean, it's funding. Basically. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to have all types of hustles, and Corona showed us that you really need to have all hustles.
That side hustle for real, yeah. Having been in the game for so long, what made you decide to go the independent route?
Well, it wasn't really by choice, though. It wasn't really by choice. But you know what I mean. Right now, I'm still trying to seek, get a major. But I'm looking for some, But we kind of talking there with different people in the international platforms in the US and stuff. Because that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at the global stage. I feel like, we can do what we can do in Africa. But I have my other goals now, man. So I got independent not by choice, but because of time I was with DJ Waxy, and then we split. Things happened at that time. And I had to be on my own. I had to learn the hard way. I had to go back to Zim, low key. Nobody knew. I was just hustling and do my thing. Until I kind of bounced back a bit. So I started pushing on myself.
Because you come up with DJ Waxy. You guys, the combination was crazy. How do you guys get to fall out? Is it egos? Is it being young? What would you attribute that to?
Well, it's a lot, dog. I don't know, man. It's life, dog. You know what I mean? It's everything, man. It could be girls. It could be whatever. You know what I mean?
Sounds like the women, man.
It could be older. It could be, you know what I mean? So, but for me, it all happens for a reason. And, you know what I mean? You gotta be fired. Y'all gotta split. So you could, be
so
your
you
own
can grow.
Man.
Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. At a point, African dancehall was not a real thing, and then you came on the scene, and I remember as a youngster just seeing you on the Channel O stage, on the MT, on the Mama stage, year in, year out, you're dominating everything, every year, What did that feel like for you? When you're starting, did you know that you're gonna reach those levels?
Yeah, not really though, but. For me, I was always consistent, and dreamed. It's like this whole stadium thing, It's like for me, is always dreaming hard. That's how I call it. You know what I mean? You can dream, but you gotta dream hard. You gotta be like, so coming from the hood. I remember first time when I was in the hood. When we were in the hood, Mufakose, we just did a. Let me say it proper, Mufakose. I felt like
before they come for you, they gonna come for you.
Mufakose, informed me. So when we were in the hood, right? I was in a group called Intelligent Rappers Group, IRC. So that was we was a hip hop / dancehall, R&B. So it was all types of vibes in there. You know what I mean? You could get a little bit of Bontags there, get a little bit of Fugees. All vibes. So. Told the homies like, yo man, we just done a video that time. And I told the homies, look, I see they just launched Mnet. They just launched Channel O, a music channel. I want to take my video, I want to take our video there.
Down south.
You know what I mean? Down south, the homies are like, dog, man, you reaching, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we were not using the word reaching. I don't know
Yeah, but that's what
but I was
saying.
like, yeah, the niggas were like, yeah, you reaching. I was like, nah. But why can't we also take it there? You know, because I look at it right now, I see like it's the harbor right now of the whole entertainment at that time.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, because I would look at, the Bongo Muffins, I'm looking at all the groups, and I see Mischief there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I see all the whole movement. I'm like, yo, this I could relate. I need to check that material there, because that time also we came out at a time when local music was not playing in the country.
Yeah.
So if your song plays once on radio, be it after 6 months or 3 months, people will still remember that there was a local song that played on radio. That's how much they were not playing local stuff.
Damn.
So it was a hustle. I was like, nah, man, let's go there, because I see they playing a lot of music. Let's go push there. The ones were like, nah, dog. I was like, ah, it's fine, man. My sister was already here, so I called my sister. I was like, yeah, I need to come to. Just trying to try something. Let me see if I can push the music. Like, no, come to. I pulled up.
What year is that?
Yo, that's a long time ago. That was probably 2000.
Okay.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. I pulled up, then I went and started dropping my demos. You know what I mean? Like, because my sister also was like, okay, let me also try to see if I can research how the whole thing works out. You know what I mean? I had a bit of knowledge of, okay, the record companies, this. So we started doing a bit of dropping the demos. And then we dropped the videos. I finally dropped a video at Mnet. And then
Mnet or Channel?
It was just Mnet.
Oh, just Mnet.
Dropped it at Mnet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they didn't offer a node. So at that time, it was not, there was no who send you an email to tell you when we're gonna play your song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who send you or whatever, you call who you could. Nah, you just drop a video, and then you just stay on the TV and watch and anticipate that it will play. So I stayed, man. I think a month or two, nothing was happening, because I would go back home and I'll come back again. I'll go again, knock on the door. Yo, I dropped my video. What's going on? What's happening? Oh no, okay. And I think the time I was a format, whatever. Yeah. Because they were using this beta tape. You know what I mean? You'll bring a beta tape, and because I had the video. I think it was on the 8mm tapes or whatever. I don't remember. But then we kept on doing it. Then I would sit on the TV, and then eventually, boom, video plays. Yo, dog. That was it for me, man.
Yeah, you said I'm out.
I was like, what? So they played it?
Yeah.
That means from here onwards, I'm going to force everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's radio, I'm going to be knocking there until they play that.
Yeah.
I remember Richest Boo, I pulled up on him one time with the homies. We used to walk around with a Discman. And we pulled up with the earphones. Just when he's coming out of the show, because remember at the time Rosebank YFM was the whole class, but you could see them from the other side. So we'd wait and see him finish, and then boom, when he's coming out, we'll go there with earphones. We'll put the earphones on, play this man there. You know what I mean? It's not sending links, man. It's not sending links, you know. The homies today got it all easy. We had to hustle that way. And I've been, Atamafuka, to Triple Nine, all record. I remember the time I saw Lucky Dube. We went to Downtown Studios. Yeah. We just saw him getting in his Jaguar.
R.I.P. the GOAT.
Yeah, we were the GOAT. We was trying to rush him. And he left. But we saw him, and for me, just seeing them, I was getting motivated, man. I was getting like, yo, we in the industry now. We in the midst of, we're seeing these dudes now. So it was just when I finally get I remember how I met Waxy was, the Channel O was doing this whole thing where they asked artists to come, and then you could guest on I think it was on Wednesday or Thursday. You'd come and come and freestyle and whatever. Try to apply for that to come in. It was not coming. Then I saw Waxy was playing in some other club. I think it was Wuzu or whatever. Then I hustled my brother-in-law. I was like, yo, please just take me there, because I used to hustle Jarsid and them. They used to do dance Thursday nights. They used to call it Celebrity Night. Every Thursday in Tando and Juve and Yeovil. So I would also go every Thursday and I'm freestyling there. So Waxy saw me there. Every time they give the microphone, I'm there. He saw me there. So when I heard he was now DJing at this Wuzu club, I asked him because it was closer to where we were staying. I pulled up on him and I just asked for the microphone. The dude was dropping any beat, songs. I'm jumping on it, dog.
Yeah, non-stop.
Non-stop. He was like, yo, come to the studio tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, he had some other Nigerian artists that he was working with at that time. His name was Maye and Ego. So that's when we started teaming up and we started just working. And so eventually when we got there, start winning the awards, he was like, yo, man, you know what I mean? Like, I did it. I remember the first time I did it, I went and shouted, I was like, this is for Mufakose. I did it for Zimbabwe, man. I did it for Mufakose in the hood.
Yeah.
Because I was still, you know, when you're still close and you're still talking to the homies and you're still going back home.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And you're still telling the homies and homies still not believing it.
They can't even believe it.
This, I was like, yeah, dog, it's happening, dog. So, man, when we started getting to Africa, I'm like, yo, man.
Shit is crazy.
It's crazy.
Do you
know?
Do you think anybody from Zimbabwe, from a mainstream perspective, has done it bigger than you did in those days?
To be honest, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people. I feel like at that time, it's whack because we didn't have this much of social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Had we had this much of social media,
everybody would know.
I wouldn't have to. You didn't even have to ask me.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to tell people.
Yeah.
Because at the time, those who were watching knows that ain't nobody done it how you did it to that level, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not even any form of braggadocious or whatever, or it's a fact. And if you do a bit of research, you'd find that at the time, in those years, your 2010. Let me even say from the beginning, from the first awards we won was like 2008.
Yeah,
2007, 2008, I don't know.
Yeah.
From those 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, until I reached the 14, until we went to the White House.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With one campaign to the White House. Becoming the first Zim to be in the White House.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And performing at the White House. The African Summit. You know what I mean? So for all those things, I mean, the time for me, this is what I feel like.
In Washington D.C.
Washington D.C.
Washington.
Mufakose.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what I mean? From the back, we used to do our rehearsals. We used to do our music. We used to make our music from what we call Boy Scouts. You know the
at the back, the crib at the back.
The crib at the back, the Boy Scout. You know, that's what we used to. Whatever in my room there, we used to do our music from there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's I always say it's different from when most like I tell most of my essay homies like, yo, the difference with you niggas is because you're out here.
Yeah.
So you could simply go back home if it's Soweto, if it's Tembisa, if it's whatever, you know, wherever you're crushing with the homies and the boys. You could literally just go back home and just take a taxi.
But
and go
stuck out here.
But I'm stuck out here. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to. I did a lot of chicken buses coming here. You know what I mean? If you know the chicken buses, you know the chicken buses.
You know the real grind.
You know what I mean? It's like this, and the mums with the and the keys. It's, you know what I mean? Luggage on top of luggage. You know what I mean? So it's not how everybody think that yo, you get it. You got it easy.
Yeah.
Oh, you was lucky. There's nothing like you was lucky, dog. We had to knock on the doors and knock on the doors and freestyle and be told, nah, studio time. Because I remember how we used to get studio time. We used to get studio time like this guy called Modisa that used to give us studio time. That's the time I was here. Because I forgot to say, when I was here, I joined another group called the Street Disciples. We formed actually a group called Street Disciples. Yeah. It was me, my other dude from Ghana. His name is Instinct. He's in the US now. Yeah. Right, he's back setting up in Ghana again. We're gonna be making moves in Ghana. That was my man's dog. Yeah. So it was Instinct and his Turas. He was also pushing here a bit. He did a bit of presenting and and stuff. It was Turas. And then there was Papsido. He was from Soweto. He was a rapper also. He was like Kasi rapper. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then there was like another guy called Maye. Who was like Nigerian. So it was more of an African whole thing. Yeah. Later on, that's what gave me the idea of that whole UNA, United Nations of Africa record company, So it was like, you know what I mean, the vibe at that time, dog, inspired the whole thing, just knowing that okay, at least I have other dudes chasing the same dream. Yeah. It just when everybody split, because he had to go to the US, then I also went again and just started being solo and started pushing and being solo though. Yeah.
You wanna go?
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. One of the biggest, most recognizable hits was Ziao.
Real.
Yeah, I mean,
Zia or Zandapezu?
Zandapezu.
It was Zandapezu.
Zandapezu.
But the chorus has
Those type of in the lyrics.
Just walk us through that song. How does the song come together?
So Zandapezu, right? I'm riding around in the car with Waxy and we driving. I'll be honest, we were playing Rihanna. We were playing Rihanna and T.I.
Yeah.
So we riding around in the car. I'm working on the album already. So this guy is working with us. Sheezy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheezy that went ahead and worked with Davido.
Okay.
Produced almost all Davido's hits. Right. So at that time he's working with us. Because he was in Pretoria. Then he moved here. He's with Emoji.
Okay, Emoji. Yeah, I remember Emoji. Shout out
Emoji. He's with a bunch of other Nigerian dudes who were pushing the music.
Yeah.
The movement.
So your ties are so deep.
Yeah.
Ties are so deep.
Yeah. So we started working. We working on an album, me and him. Slowly. Then Wax is like, hey, but there's a song, man. We need one other song. So we just driving around. So he used to do this thing, just play music, and he's riding around. So you know, I mean, then I just getting ideas or whatever. Then man, I had this. So now to me it was more. It had the Marvin Gaye. It's a Marvin Gaye bassline.
Yeah.
So from there, so I realized they slowed it,
Yeah.
Everybody put your Souljah. So from there, I started vibing it like that, vibing it. But I was like, yo, let's go to the studio now. So we had our studio, was just down Rivonia.
Yeah.
That's where she's in. We're chilling. So we just drove straight there. We laced the vocals. And I remember that time I called because these guys were popping as a group, Glitz Gang.
Yeah.
So I called T-Dun there. I was like, yo, T-Dun, man, I need y'all to jump on this song, man.
Yeah.
T-Dun's like, hey, Buff, we doing H. I was like, yo, they were also quite beats because that time they were hot.
Yeah.
As a gang. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me see what I would do. Just jump on and do, and then highlight my other boys. So I had the other boys that I used to rock with, the Crack Boys.
Yeah.
They got famous at that time. They used to do a lot of mixtapes, a video. They would do clips of everything, like videos, rapping.
Okay.
And they'll do clips and then they'll sell the DVDs.
Okay.
And they'll move the DVDs. So they'll go every party and then just, what I mean?
Yeah.
So they were doing the whole reality vibes thing before everybody was doing that.
Yeah,
they would put it on DVDs. So I was like, nah, gents, just come on, man. Let's just jump on the song. And then they featured. And then boom, we dropped it. That's the one song that I did. I remember we didn't have to do any PR on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We didn't even have to.
By itself.
We didn't have to say, oh, we need to go submit it on S. Because the time me and Wax were going to play in Swaziland, we by the border. They called us like, yo, the song is about to go on what's it called SABC Live. And I'm like, how? We didn't give nobody there.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they got the video. They took it from the Don't Look Down.
Damn.
Don't Look Down was what do you call it? They used to do videos for remember as a production that I was doing for Vuzu and so forth and stuff. So that's what they got. I was like, oh shit. Alright, cool then. But the one thing I go back to and say we fumbled.
Yeah.
Because at that point in time we were supposed to top it up with the PR
and go full in.
Yeah. Because the song was doing, it was playing. We won the Sound City Viewers Choice Nigerian award on its own.
With no PR.
Nobody was doing nothing.
Damn.
Song was just playing. If Waxy plays it on his sets on Channel O and he was playing on channels on MTV, it was just going on its own.
Damn.
So at that time, Fumble was like, I think it was one of those ones that we finally got them.
We got the one. We got the one.
We finally got them.
Yeah.
We don't have to do anything. So, that knowledge was not really there to like, sometimes at that time, I feel like if the me would, rewind back at that time. And
this information you have now.
Come to as the guy, be like, y'all got to take this thing serious and let's make
go
it a
sell the
business.
car. Let's go sell the car.
Yeah, that would have been Wax's car. I don't think he would agree. He was not going to agree though. Yeah, but that was a song, man. That's a song that for me, that's like, okay, now we in. Now Buffalo Soldier can stand as an artist, can actually go and then perform as an artist now. And I started doing that for real. Like, was in Tanzania, I was in Kenya way back though. I was in Nigeria
before niggas was going out there.
Way back. You know what I mean? He was just known. He was not You know what I mean? Because I remember very well, like vividly telling dudes about the Nigerian movement.
Yeah.
And nobody really believed me. I even went home there one time. I think I was with Rocky, and then Rocky can even confess. I was like, you always say that, yo, Buff, remember you brought the first Nigerian song to us, and we was like, what? This guy sings like my sister, oh, my brother, oh. Yeah. I was like, yo, dog, this is the next move, dog. This is
gonna be huge.
You know what I mean? Because I remember I played the piece. It was a Peace song, Temptation. This not temptation.
Yeah.
And I was playing the whole. And it was, this not, which kind of English is this? I was like, yo, this gonna pop. Because me, the advantage I had is because I was with Waxy.
Yeah.
So DJ Waxy had already, he had already exposed me to all that.
Yeah.
You know, obviously the first time I heard it, I was like, yo, man, why them dudes sing like that? You know what I mean? What's, you know, the talk, the language, and the lingo, and you know, that's how I managed to speak Pidgin English, because I've been with them dudes for over 15 years.
That's
you know
crazy.
I mean? So I speak Pidgin Nigerian English very, very well. You know what I mean? Because of that, and also the just touring and mixing and mingling with the artists and stuff. So I had the first listening, the ears like, yo, man, this thing's gonna take over.
Yeah.
And dudes were not, you know, we're not listening.
Yeah. Okay, okay, now everything is popping off, you know. You're buzzing, you know, you've blown up at this point. And then other dancehall artists start coming up, because you're literally the OG, you know what I mean? Straight up, you're literally the OG. And at a point, I want to ask you, I'm not sure if you were feeling the pressure at this point.
Yeah.
And then you went on Vuzu.
Right.
And then you spoke about, and then you're smiling now. And then you spoke about how these guys weren't giving you respect, and then you referenced Burna Boy, right?
Yeah.
Were you feeling the pressure? What got you to that point? Because you had a relationship with Burna.
So with me, right? Okay, cool. So I'd say for the first time, I think this was 2013 or that time. That was 2013. That was the last Channel Awards.
Yeah.
So for the first time for me, I felt like it was really competitive. Right?
Yeah.
I felt like now dudes, okay, in terms of Africa, you know what I mean? Like dancehall and Zim has always been huge.
Yeah.
You know, dudes been popping, Winky's been doing his thing.
Yeah.
You know, so many other, even in Ghana.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was going head to head with Batman Samini.
Yeah.
You know, Samini is like an OG also in Ghana.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? General Pipe is all in Nigeria, there and there.
Yeah.
Waire in East Africa.
Yeah.
Waire was going hard in Kenya as well. So also Chameleon in Uganda. But at this time, you know, comes this dudes, you know, there's Pato Ranking, there's Burna, there's Shatta Wale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there was these other dudes from East Africa, forgotten.
Stoneboy hadn't popped off at this point.
Stoneboy hadn't popped off.
Okay.
Me and Stoneboy also had our own thing, because Stoneboy came
here.
And we missed, we missed, we didn't link up, and it felt like, you know, it was some sort of, But, you know, so then, boom, I said, because I'm moving with this, my dudes, Kamu in it.
Yeah, Kamu Piri, shout out Kamu Piri.
Shout out Kamu. And I was like, this time is different from when, and also remember, I'm no longer with the label.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I'm just me, you know what I mean?
Now you're indie.
So I'm like, yo, man, this is gonna be a tough one. You know what I mean? I remember I saw my car. Kamu can confirm that. I saw one of my Ford and the BMW.
Yeah.
Because we had to do this album, the whole album with the whole Bassa Wine, and we did a dub video. And that time
video's dope.
We hit the first 1 million views before anybody. 2011.
Damn.
We hit the first 1 million views in the Sadak region before anybody. 2011. It's on YouTube. You know,
you go check it out.
So, because why we was like, yo, we need to promote this as like we was a record label. It must not look like we indie and we struggling, whatever. Let's do it properly. So we had to sell the rides, shot 2 dope videos, and you know, we did a whole proper PR, and we were pushing everything.
There's no Uber at this point. How do you start moving around?
There's no Uber though. It's just like holla at the homies.
Yeah.
Holla at the homies to pick you up, and so you know. So what do we do then? Now, boom. Okay, now it's hectic now. I mean, it's too much pressure. Yes, I understand. But then I'm on Vuzu. They just asked me. They just popped. They're like, yo, so what do you think? They asked me like how you asked me now.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, so you know, you've been winning these awards throughout back to back. What do you think about what's happening? I was like, yo, man, there's too much pressure now. But you know what I mean? They must. This is what I said. I said it's too much pressure, but they must understand that I've been running with it for a minute. I didn't actually say. I just say because they mentioned the names. And then I said, no, they must just understand that I've been running with it for a while, so I'm not gonna be shook. But you know what I mean? They must just bring it on.
You mentioned the name. You
You
mentioned the name, brother. I saw you tonight. You mentioned the name. That we saw the
I
clip.
mentioned all of them or
No, you mentioned one
Only
nigga.
Burna.
You said because you heated now. You heated now.
Okay,
You're not speaking like this.
Then when I mentioned Burna, I know why I must have mentioned Burna, right?
Yeah.
So we at the rehearsals of the Channel O rehearsal.
Yeah. Shagwa Dishak Buddha.
Yes. We at the Channel O rehearsals, right? So at the Channel O rehearsals, it was obviously, you know, I mean, we doing the back to backs and whatever. I just felt like, you know, I mean, the one whom, what was his guy? Joby. Joby comes and then asks me like, yo, Buff, you know, I think Banner lost his clothes or something. I mean, when he was flying from Cape Town, you got any dudes that, you know, that can bring in and whatever? I was like, yeah, I'll holler at TC, right?
I see TC. Shout out TC. The hustler.
I was like, yeah, let me holler at TC and bring some gear, right?
Yeah.
But then the homies were standing right there, right? And I'm here, right? And then they're sending Joby to come to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To send a message. Yo, okay, highlight him, ask him order. Okay, highlight him, ask. I was like, okay, cool. That's already some type of way. I'm from
That's sideways,
yeah. I'm from a hood, so I'm like, okay, but dudes can just come
and talk to me.
But it's fine, it's cool. Then we're doing the rehearsals, you know, the rehearsals we're doing the it was the whole he was coming after me. So I think I was supposed to come after him and then do, because it was, you know, it was not back to back in the rehearsals. We were in Soweto at that time. And then I told Joe, be like, yo, man, you can here's TC's number, try to holler at the home and see if he can help you guys and whatever, you know what I mean? Because it's already, you know what I mean? Yeah. Tension and stuff. I was like, it's fine, okay, cool. And I'm doing my thing, they're doing their thing. So we're not talking also. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't understand how.
Because you used to talk before that, right? When you used to ask for advice.
Yeah. So we're not talking. No, we met. No, we never spoke.
Before that.
I was in Nigeria.
Okay.
Me and Woxy was in Nigeria. I think it's 2011. Burna, DJ Humility.
Okay.
Brought Ben a CD. There was a song called "A Beggar Beggar Beg" that he did, and he brought DJ. I was like, "Yo, man, I like this," because I was not hearing a lot of dance artists at the time. You know what I mean? So it was just only me. There's not too many guys doing that type of vibe. So and I hit him. I was like, "Yo, man, I like this type of vibe." His vibe is different, because at that time there were up tempo Nigerian music coming out with Terry G and all those guys. One day call. Bumper to bumper. So it was always that. So he was doing a different vibe, like a bit of dance.
He slowed it down.
Yeah, he slowed it down. So I was like, yo, man, I like the homies vibe. No. So I would always push Woxy to jam his songs and you know. So I was already a fan of the homie at that time before you know. So I didn't understand that energy at the day when we're now linking up. I was like, what's going on with this energy? So it's fine, man. It's okay. Maybe the homies in his, you know, obviously you lost your clothes. It could be in a different vibe. It's fine. Yeah. But then it was now in the rehearsals, you know, we're not talking, you know, we're not whatever. Because, you know, you can greet someone, but if they give you the, you know what I mean, you just not. Yeah. Alright, fine, man. So I was just to myself and whatever, right? Then after we did the whole rehearsals, it was just tense. After the rehearsals, it was now, obviously, him feeling like, okay, I don't know, maybe something's up with the dude, or I don't know what he was feeling as well. Because when we then now went to Dale's white party, that's when this whole thing started.
Okay.
Dale's white party.
Let me.
But before that, the Channel O Awards. Yeah. For me, let me just say, on the Channel O Awards, when the Channel O Awards happened, I won the Channel O Award. Yeah. Right? Like I said, right, this was the hardest for me. For all the other the awards that went down, I mean, the being going down throughout the years, I felt like this
you weren't sure if you're gonna get it,
right? Yeah. And I'm not wrong, because these dudes, look at where Burna and Pato is now. Yeah. So that means I foresaw the you know what I mean, the pressure. Yeah. Because this dude is now the biggest artist
competition,
in Africa and, you know, outside. Yeah. So I was like, yo, okay, cool. I finally won this award, and there's so much pressure. Yeah. We were sitting down. I remember I told Kam was like, yo, we just came here to just feel the vibe change. Don't expect any winning and whatever. I know y'all come you with Val that time at the university watching me winning the awards. That's different now.
Yeah.
we might just be here to watch. You know what I mean? And just enjoy the vibe. You know what I mean? Y'all, you in suits, man. Come on, the awards of the suits. Come on.
Yeah.
Then it was even the opening.
Come was like,
the opening category. It was the opening category that time. Yeah. And the winner is Buffalo Souljah. I was like, no ways. Yeah. Dog, I was chilling. Kam was already walking down there. He's already going. It's like a nigga knew. Yeah. He's like, he's going. Hey, dog. Hey, we went down, fam. And we reached there, dog. It's too hard for me. I was like, come hold my chinchilla. Yeah. Took off my chinchilla. I was like, hold the chinchilla. Then I was like, yo, first of all, this is for Mufakose. It's for Zim. But I just want to say something. I want to make it official. 10 years in a row, I am officially the king of African dancer. And then that's where for me that's how I felt like it was tense because when I got off, no niggas were not talking to me, niggas were not even trying to whatever, so it was, but you know what I mean, I did it, I said it, even after what's his name, I remember I think it was Casper one day that night, and you also went on some, you know what I mean, he's the king of hip hop, so
that's 2014.
It's 2014, right? That was the last channel I watched. Yeah. So at that time, dog, and I walked off and whatever, and I knew that it was just tense. I remember there was now a party there was a party that happened at Snipes with this club, Club Montana. At that time, I don't know if it was
after or before the.
It was after now.
The all white party?
I think it was after, no, before the all white.
Oh, before the all white, okay.
Yeah, there was a party that happened there, and then the homie came through. I mean, I saw Burna was upset, they were hosting Burna, then I was chilling there. And Snipes introduced me again to me, but I was like, no, I know homie already. We been knowing. And he's like, yeah, cool, you know, and then he just chilled at the back there, and we chilled, nothing happened. Yeah. But it was already tense, right? Yeah. We left again. Boom. Now we the all white party. I started hearing some things already before. Then I link up with Les. I actually went to Les's house. Yeah. And apparently Burna and Les were recording in the studio or something. And then I just went to see Les, and then obviously Burna didn't come out. Les came out and we spoke to Les. I was with Queen V at the time, my artist I was pushing at the time. And we was like, yo, okay, cool, give me what's going on with the all white party. He's like, yeah, dog, this is the all white party, dog. Just let me give me the tickets. And he gave me the invites and stuff. We went. All white party. I think it was on a Friday. Yeah. Saturday, we all up in there. And I pulled up. That's when the homie, we in the VIP, that's when the homie just came through and he grabbed me from the bag, pulled me, trying to throw him punches. I was like, what's going on here? Yeah. You know what I mean? So, we edit, So dudes come and pull out Les, and some of I've forgotten some of the dudes that were there. Les and this guy D. He used to roll with Les at the time.
Double D?
No, not Double D. D,
okay.
OG.
Okay.
OG.
Okay.
OG take us to the back. We started talking. He's like, what's going on? Then the homies said, yo, but I'm from Brixton, brother. Yeah. How you been talking smack about me? I was like, bro, first of all, my brother, maybe you understand something. Milk come down. First. You are not from Brixton, my brother. Yeah. You be Niger. Relax, my nigga. Make me talk this thing. The nigga was jumping. I'm like, okay. If you want to get it on, let's get it on. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm ready.
Dudes just trying to hold us down. Then we cooled the situation down. We went back in the VIP again. We chilling there. Everybody's Les, Banang, it's that time. Next thing, boom again. The nigga comes again. Flying again, trying to jump me again.
Damn.
So this time now we fall. You know what I mean? And then Queen also was holding a champagne glass and she falls. Now I'm looking at it, I was like, yo, just hope she didn't get cut. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to also look out for it. And I'm coming back and niggas is pushing me. Next thing I see other bouncers again joining the whole fight. I'm like, what's going on?
And they're all coming for you.
They're all coming for me.
Yeah.
So I pulled out, right? And then
you say I'm out.
And then I was like, okay, let me bounce.
You say I'll be back.
But I was like, okay, first of all, I saw on tweet, I was like, yo, Buff just got slapped with Burna. Yeah. Just got slapped with Burna. I was like, what? I said, okay, cool. I was like, the Queen, you go home. Mm-hmm. I'm about to take it back to the streets. Yeah. That's when I called the goons. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've never really spoken about this whole shit, like what really went down that time. Yeah. I called the goons, you know what I mean? I called my niggas from the hood, you know what I mean? Because dudes remember when we were pushing music, I was in Yeovil and Hilbert.
Yeah.
So I had my people there.
Yeah.
And I called my people. It was like 5 combis that came through.
Yeah.
The lazy
Into
house.
Bryanston Drive.
Bryanston. Everybody
Yeah.
remembers that, dog. And
Yeah.
we pulled up. We shut down
50
the party.
niggas.
We shut down the party. Man, it was crazy, dog. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's things that we we look back and
That's some legendary
regret.
shit,
Yeah,
dog.
you know, we regret, but it was like, you know what I mean? Because me and Liz was close. Me and AKA was close. Me and AKA at the time, we just did this song. Well, not that time, but we, you know, the relationship from the collab we had with the Rain song that we did on the Alter Ego album.
Yeah.
Me and Les were working on some, always working on some stuff. I'd also done a collab for him and Queen V. You know, so it was always a vibe. It was my homies.
Yeah.
Then boom, this situation happened. And now it's tense everywhere.
Damn.
Dude's trying to go perform at a Taboo.
Yeah.
We gang
And
there.
you pull up.
We outside there. We pull up at the homies. You know what I mean? Everywhere. You know, so it was just hot everywhere. You know what I mean? We was shooting a video in Yeovil. We pulled up. You know what I mean? With the homies. It was like it was
They
hot.
say, yo, this is not your territory.
Nah, dog.
Yeah.
Man. I was like, yo, man, come on. I remember that time, my mom came from Zim, and my mom spoke to me and she backed me. This dog, at that time, who was posting guns on social media and shit.
Who?
You know?
Him?
Me, dog.
Oh, you?
The
Yeah,
homies.
yeah, yeah.
He was some
some real street
dumb
shit now, yeah.
He was on some really dumb shit that we look back and I'm like, hey man, sometimes.
Ish,
You know
but
what I
look,
mean?
dude.
We let, but it was real because at that point in time it was
Yeah.
real. It was, you know, the whole passion of the music.
Yeah.
You know, the whole
The
yo,
beef,
you trying to
the competition.
the competition. It was tense. I guess the passion was different from I'm feeling like I'm grown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My mom came and she was begging. She was like, "Manang, you know, remember you're the only last born boy. This. You lost your brother because I lost my younger brother, right? Like back in the days, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, on some dumb shit. So you know, it was one of those ones, and I was like, you know, she had to come and bring me back to reality and stuff, and I mean, and I had to just kind of calm
Let it
down
go.
a bit. And that time also Waxy came, and me and Waxy we're not
You were
together,
cool.
but then we.
That's how you
we linked up,
reconcile.
we reconcile, and the Wax was like, "Yo, man, we gotta squash this." And then we ended up linking up also
With
Burna's
Burna?
gang.
With the gang or with
Him and his gang.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
and then we to, you know, squashed the whole thing. But it was like on his second visit or third visit or something, because he came on the third visit, coming from Swaziland.
Yeah.
You know, and we was waiting for him again, and we was willing to continue this shit, and you know, we had to squash this whole shit.
Yeah.
So that's when Waxy came in, and then we, you know,
He
we
squashed
spoke
it.
and whatever. And we did it after we did a whole video call as well. There was a homie of us called also that was also being part of mediating the whole thing. And we squashed the whole thing. We had a video call and we posted it. We actually posted it and we were just laughing.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, you know what I mean? Then when you were supposed to come at the Pretoria event, that arts event that was we were supposed to like, you know, link and just like, you know.
Which one? This is recent, right? This is 2019?
Yeah, the one that
the one that AK and them had.
Yeah.
Okay, but hold on, you're rushing it.
Yeah.
Look. Okay, so you niggas squash it.
Mm-hmm.
Why does he go to Westwood? Because he went to Westwood.
Okay, so
he says fuck Buffalo Soldier.
So he went to Westwood before his second trip or third trip.
Oh, okay.
Where he came back and then.
It was released later.
It was released later on.
Okay.
So he went to Westwood and then, you know, he did the disc. Because that time when he went to Westwood and did it, that's when I went in the studio quickly.
Yeah.
And then just dropped. Because I'm always ready, dog. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's why you see like the war that we had. Also, me and Shatawale, dog.
Yeah.
We dropping songs, two
Back
songs
to
a day, back to back.
Yeah.
You know, so that happened, and I went in the studio, and then I, like I said, you know, I mean, the social media at that time was not like how strong
It is
we are
today,
now. So,
yeah.
you know, things were happening, people didn't even know about
They
it.
didn't
you
know
what
those
I mean?
happening.
There's a few people that were really following our movement and following our stuff that knew what was going on at that time.
Okay, but I want to ask you one thing. I know. Okay, you guys are squashed the beef. Okay, but I want to ask you one thing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that whack tribute he gave to AKA? Like, do you think that's some real nigga shit?
Well, look, for me, okay, this is how I look at it, man. I look at people grieve differently, and people have different ways of You know what I mean? 'Cause you know how it is, right? Let me explain to you. You know something? You know when you're homies, when you G's, like when you like yo, we G's, right? If your homie die right now, you're not gonna cry like a bitch. You're not gonna be like, you know what I mean, cry because you a G.
Yeah.
Right? There's a certain way you're gonna. You're gonna honor your G. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like if you was your friend, like you're at let's say it's a funeral, you'll be like, yo, my nigga used to like to do this shit, yo, let's play cards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My nigga used to gumbo, used to do that shit. It's like when my younger brother died, I didn't know my younger brother did a whole lot of shit. Like I found out at his funeral, his friends smoking weed. He's like, I was like, my nigga needs to never smoke weed. He's like, yo, he used to smoke weed, dog. He didn't know, you didn't know because he used to say you like a father. You like a grandpa, you always fucking up, you know, messing up with his shit. So he's like, okay, cool. The homie smoke weed, alright, cool. They're throwing cards, and I'm like, yo, my nigga used to gumbo.
Yeah.
Yes, he used to do that.
He
You know
did.
what I mean? So it's one of those that I look at it as like, you know, is he's looking at it, if me and him, homie, is how we as homies.
Yeah.
Oh, I can shout out to him like this. I can say things like that, dog. You know what I mean? Like I didn't like at the end of the day you were fucking on my dog or whatever. That's how I look at it. I think it could be the reason why he came out like that. But remember when people are mourning.
Yeah.
Well, let's say nationally, people mourning. Then it could be a sensitive. It will come out sensitive to people in terms of like, nah, hey dog,
man,
not like that.
Man, that was.
I look at it like, you know.
That was whack, man. Look, this nigga, aka, this nigga, like, you know, when the time that you're talking about. For Burna to really pop off in Southern Africa, for most people to know him, you know, it's because AKA put him on a record. Not just one, several records, you know. And to a point where he got so hot, and to a point where he even spent like that December here. You know what I'm saying?
He partially lived here.
He literally, and he was talking about he wants to buy a house here.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people really took care of him, you know. Even if you guys fall out, it's such a great history. You know, there's interviews with like DJ Edu in the UK where Burna's being interviewed and they're talking about, yo, all eyes on me, put you on the map. You know, that side. You know what I mean? Now you're this big deal, but I mean, you went through a process.
True.
You know what I mean? And now when this nigga died, for you to say, I ain't really fuck with you, like, who cares about that, man? How about you talk about the history you niggas had? Or like, talk about something else. Don't shit on the nigga now.
Got you.
I didn't want you dead. I feel like that's some whack shit, Burna.
Okay.
That's some whack shit.
If we put it in that way, because I just felt like, you know what I mean, like the way how you're gonna, as a lyricist, how you're gonna construct the words, and how you're gonna put it. For me, that's just on some personal. How you gonna do that? You know what I mean? How, like, if I'm sending prayers, tweeting prayers to my brother, AKA, and and his family, that is how I'm just gonna construct my wedding and stuff. You know what I mean? If any other dude's gonna construct their own words in how you feel like, okay, that's how I'm gonna talk to my homie, or that's how I'm gonna, you know, just, you know what I mean, that's how you construct your own words.
You took down the post though, like moments after, so I'm sure the feedback was not as great.
Yeah, but for me, like with that type of history, it shouldn't even be about the feedback. Shout out to Casper and your Vest, you know, they had some real beef, you know. They had some real beef, dog. Like Casper had a gun to his face because of that beef, you know. But the nigga understands that, yo, we African, we cultured, dog. You know, there's certain things, don't do that.
True.
I don't think that's right, man.
I get you. No, I'm with you. I understand where you're coming from.
How did you? Obviously, you were on AKA's first album. Alter Ego. What was your relationship like? And were you guys still linking up?
Well, not really. We're not like hanging out, but once in a while. The last time we hanged out with AKA was at Gemini. We were doing some sort of recording that we did but we never got released again. But it was some Gemini stuff that we were working on.
Shout out Jim.
Yeah, shout out Jim, man. So we was at a gym spot and we was hanging out. We was talking about everything. We were clowning about the whole Burna Boy thing. And they were talking about your buffaloes. I'm an action figure. You know, AK was always clowning, dog. You know what I mean? So. That was the last time we hanged around and kind of worked on it. It was me, Tito, and Gemini, and then the rest is when we link up in the club. You know, we hang out. AK was always, you know what I mean, he's always like, yo, what up? You know, he was always energetic. He was always vibrant, man, at all time, dog. So that was the last time that we really. But when we worked on the what do you call it? Rain song on the Alter Ego. Remember, he sent me a beat. He hit me out first. It was like, I think it was on The Burberries.
Yeah, Blackberry.
Blackberry. The Blackberry. What was the chat on the Blackberry again?
BBM.
BBM.
Yeah.
Yeah, you me out with the BBM. Like,
Damn,
dog,
this nigga lived through everything, man.
Dog, I was there in terms of mixing, dog.
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, dog, let's work on something. I was like, okay, cool. How are we gonna do this? Because I already seen him with I saw the first time I saw him was on my launch that we did at the club. It was a club with Club Inc.
Okay.
It was in Braamfontein. It was a launch that I did for one of my I think it was an album, one of the albums. And AK also came and performed there. He was performing with Bongs.
Okay.
Then after it was now when I saw him now it was with Kulichanas on the when they did the I Want It All.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I mean. So when you hit me up, I was like, oh yeah, dog, I'll be checking in. You know, you spike it though right now.
Yeah.
You know, let's work. Then he dropped the beat. Said, you know, come up with something, man. Let me know. So yeah, I was just like, you know, coming, meditating. I was like, yo, what this homie on? What vibe is he on?
Yeah.
So I always like to work prophetically when it comes to like let's say if I'm featuring someone in whatever, I look at your career, I was like, okay, what stage do I think this dude is gonna?
How far is he gonna go?
How far is he gonna go? What type of energy? And I felt at that time that hip hop was already on the rise. You know, right? So Rain for me was like the lyrics was actually talking about, you know, finally the storm is over. I can see the rainbow. You know, rain is gone. I can see the rainbow. So I was just talking about that whole, you know, how I was seeing it coming.
Yeah.
And boom, and the homie head is like, yo, going in.
Yeah.
You know. Then he called me back to the studio. He's like, no, but let's re-record it. I was like, dog.
Yeah.
Like, no, let's work now.
He was a perfectionist.
Yeah, he was a perfectionist. So we started working the song again, re-recorded it and so forth. You know. And I got that homie some vibes and some liquor and some whatever. It's like, yo, let's do it. Like, all right, let's get on it, man. So we killed it. And then afterwards, you know what I mean, our relationship got, you know, distance again. No.
Okay.
There was because of the boys I used to push the young Nucho and them.
Oh,
Lil Wayne lookalike. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. Yo, I remember
So
that guy.
Lil Wayne lookalike.
Yeah, I remember. You were pushing him.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the Lil Wayne lookalike.
That looked terrible for us, man. That looked terrible for us, Bob. Why you do that, Bob? Why you do that, Bob?
But Bob needs to walk us through that whole Lil Wayne incident. What happened there, Bob? Where did you?
Okay, let me tell you, right?
Yeah.
It's the thing with me, dog, is you must also understand that I premeditate. I don't, you know, I've always calculated my moves.
Yeah.
You know, from even anything that I do, might come out dumb, might come out whatever, but it's always calculated for me.
Yeah.
When young Nucho and them came through, it was like the kid, oh, I got money.
Yeah.
You know, my dad is in some diamond shit at home, back home.
Yeah.
I got a clique.
Yeah.
I would think we young money.
Yeah.
They approached me like, yo, Bob, no. Yo, you know, we want to fuck with you. I was like, all right, cool. All right, let me hang out with you, dude. Let me see what you're about.
Yeah.
I hanged out with them. I see what they were about. Okay, they were really. You see, one thing about those kids, right?
Yeah.
They thought they were. It's not about, oh, we trying to. They's like, yo, we's the African young man.
Yeah, straight.
It needs to be. That's how we want to be acknowledged.
That's what it is.
I was like, all right, cool. I tried to change him at first.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, man, let's, you know what I mean, let's, you know, be you, man. Because I'm coming from originality. I'm coming from, you know, where he's gotta be like.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, buff.
Like this.
So he was in an accent. Big buff. This is what we want to do, big buff. We big buff. When you look at us, we're the African young man. Big buff. I was like, okay, my dog. Is that we're the African young man.
Yeah.
So the tats everywhere. I was like, all right, okay. Let's move that way. Yeah. So my first move was like Lil Wayne was coming. And I was like, okay, this is 2011. Lil Wayne is coming. Let me speak to the promoters of Lil Wayne. Let's get young Nucho to go.
See what's up.
Open up on the stage.
Oh, open up, okay.
As you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
then later on, Lil Wayne Papa and everybody, you know, get people confused and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm already doing I'm calculating how we're gonna put the kid out. Then I was like, yo, then the dad offers like, okay, tell them we'll give him 150,000 rands.
Yeah.
Put the kid on. That's 2011, man. 150,000 is a lot of money,
dog.
So they say their homies are like, okay, we'll come back to you. And then their homies didn't later on Didn't come back to us.
Damn.
Then I started calling them, yo, dog, what's going on, man? Let's, when is coming? What's
Yeah.
They're like, no, we said that we and the team, we don't think it's a good idea. So we just gonna, we're scratching that. I was like, So the boys now, we're sitting at the crib now, because we was like, he hit a big ass mansion, like we sitting, we chilling, we're thinking. Then I was like, nah, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Then I said to the homies, so Lil Wayne comes tomorrow. So Lil Wayne is in the country. Then I called 10 bouncers. I said, let's go to Sentin. I said, we go. I said, let's go to Sentin. We go to Sentin, and then we sit up, and Tasha's was right by the Mandela statue there. I was like, no, let's chill there. And then we chill there with the homies. And we sit it. And then the bouncers are around.
Everyone thinks it's
one little daughter, just one little girl, sorry. One little girl sitting there. She's staring. She's staring. Then she comes to me, like, I said, I don't want to interrupt or whatever, but I just want to ask, is that Mr. Lil Wayne? I was like, nah, that's not Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
So my thing was like, I'm not gonna say that it's Lil Wayne,
but
I'm not gonna say that it's not also at the same time. You know what I mean? I was trying not to say it, not say it, because I wanted the hype to happen. I wanted the dudes that were promoters as like dudes. I approached you nicely for this to happen. You didn't want to do it that way, and we're doing it our way now. So we chill, we sat, and she went back. Started speaking to her friends, and I was like, nah. She came back. No, this time now she doesn't come to me. She goes straight to Nucho. Yeah. She's like, yo, can I take a photo? I was like, no, that's not. She said, no, can I just take a photo? Even though it's fine. I'll just take a photo. I was like, okay, cool. You can take a photo. That was the problem. That was when it all started. A good problem, because that was what I was trying to insinuate. You know what I mean? That's what I was trying to instigate all along. Yeah. So boom, it happens. She takes a photo. Everybody else sees. They start coming in. They think it's Wayne. The whole mall. I'm talking this whole mall. If cameras here can really remember. Yeah. When they were backtrack in 2011. Yeah. We shut down Sentin Mall. Damn. They thought Lil Wayne was in the building.
And Lil Wayne hasn't landed in the country as yet.
He had. No, he's in Cape Town. He was in Cape Town. He landed now. So we start taking photos. People say, no, man, Lil Wayne is in Cape Town. They're like, no, but now he's in Cape Town, but he didn't post that he's in Cape Town. Niggas know that Wayne is in the country. Yeah. I'm just riding and shit. I'm chilling. And media's calling. I'm just like, and you know what I mean? That dude is out trying to call me. I was like, nah, dog. Now you want to call me? Why you want to call me now, dog? Hey, it starts popping, dog. It's everywhere. You know, when I was like, dog, listen, set up the studio now, because the studio's in the house. Get a producer, let's record now. Let's drop a single now. And we dropped the song right quick. Then we started raining. That's when AKA started talking, yo, this Lil Wayne looking like niggas. Stuff like that. So but we had already met AKA. Because remember, when I was introducing the kids, I was trying to also introduce them with the niggas that I know. Like, met up my niggas. So AKA had already seen the movement. And he was not really vibing with him like that. He was clowning them, kind of thing. So when we met at a what was it? The bank. They used to call it the bank, the club bank. It was where Harim is behind Harim. There was a club where I think Tracy's. Yeah. There was a club called Club Bank. We met. We was there. There was a lot of other artists. Tito was performing, whatever. So I used to do this thing with Nucho. I used to tell him, yo, because niggas don't want to listen to your music. Niggas don't want to listen to the music as yet. So what y'all niggas need to do now when you get on stage is let's do what Jay-Z did. Jay said one story when I watched one documentary when Jay is like, yo, the first time I went on stage, I changed the bills to dollar bills, and I threw them in the crowd. Damn. And everybody started listening. So Nucho used to pull up with 10Ks, with like stacks and stacks and stacks, and before they perform, they throw it in the club. And everybody already, so even whack or not whack, you like, yo, what's going on? So we used to use that model. So when we did that, AK was coming after. So AK said like, yo, I don't have money to throw to you, but I got lyrics to throw to y'all people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then the niggas like, yo, so this nigga wants to beef. Shit. And then it all started. That's when it all started. And then AK, I think it was on Twitter also. Then it was like, this young money, Lil Wayne look like niggas, and so forth and so forth. And then the whole hype started. For the kids now, the hype is starting. So now when Wayne thing came and starts happening, and we ride into that as well. Yeah. Now the Harim, then we goes to Hush, and then that's where the whole confusion happened. A lot of people thought because we got to the club, they thought it was Young Money. Yeah. then they were already giving us a section.
Damn.
So Scooby
Nero.
No, Scooby Doo. Lil Wayne's DJ at the time.
Oh, okay.
Scooby Doo or Scoop Doo.
Okay.
Scooby Doo, I think was his name. He went on the microphone and was like, nah, them niggas ain't Lil Wayne, man. Them niggas is Young Money, man. Yo, them niggas is fake. Them niggas is because the promoters were already talking like, yo,
Young Money's
these
in the building.
dudes are messing. No, these dudes are fucking up. You know, we're calling them the impersonator. You know, these dudes are fucking up the show because everybody now think that they're confusing the people.
Yeah.
Stuff. Because he's trying to, you know, mess it up. I think on his side, he's trying to just do his own to fix his things and some. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, they're fucking up the shit. So that it's not gonna be one of those where Lil Wayne's like, oh, no, let me actually meet this kid. So it was now a thing of fuck this nigga trying to take over, trying to
be you
impersonate me, you know what I mean, shit like that. So it went the other way. It went south. Then we were in the club and he's like, yo, because the whole Young Money niggas were there. Like I remember there was Gada Gada. It was all the other dudes. They're like, no, fuck this, yo, fuck them niggas. Them niggas ain't Young Money, man. Them niggas is fake. They stop the music and they talking. So now the bouncers had come, the Wheezy, because we were supposed to go to the section of Lil Wayne. They closed the section. The section was closed. So now there was a whole fight. That's when he came out of TMZ. My nigga popping. So my nigga immediately after the nigga dropped a song. I'm not Wayne. So it was crazy though. But you know what I mean?
Are you in a place where you just like, yo, listen, I'm content? I mean, are you content with your legacy right now?
No, not content.
Trying to fill up the National Sports Stadium,
look,
nigga.
Man, besides the filling up of the National Sports Stadium, look, I'm also trying. Look, let me say something, right?
No.
I would say the homies, right? I was blessed to rap shoulders with dudes that made it international right now. You know what I mean? Like, I was blessed. I'm like, I have history with dudes that made it international right now. I got history. Look, Shatta Wale went and did a song with Beyonce.
Yeah.
That's Beyonce though. You know what I mean? And that's dudes that I've gone shoulder to shoulder with.
And head to head.
Like when you speak to Burna or you speak to Shatta about me, they know me. And most of these artists were watching me. Right? One time I spoke to Pato. Pato was like, yo, Buff, you know, we used to watch you, man. We used to watch you in Channel O. We used to watch you. I was one of the blessed artists to have been watched by other niggas that have made it now. Nasty, the other time when we were sitting, when we were working with Coke Nasty was like, yo, but yeah, man, I used to watch you, man. So that thing for me does not make me feel like, oh, I'm the man. Because I'm the man doesn't help, dog. Doesn't mean I'm the man doesn't do shit for me. Yeah. Me, it feels like, oh, snap, for real. Yeah, I gotta continue. I gotta keep going, though.
Yeah.
Because I also have my own pinnacle where I'm trying to reach.
Yeah.
Where I'm trying to say, you know what? Now I can say, okay, this is. Dog, I also want a Grammy, though.
Yeah. You also want a Grammy?
I mean, I also want to. I know that to people, it was like, hey, this nigga likes to reach. But that's all. That's all what it was. When I was in Mufakose, when I wanted my video to play on Channel O, I was reaching.
But you made it happen.
I always want to reach. So the thing is, I'm saying, I don't know who's listening, who's watching, and who I've been talking to, and people that I'm talking to already, as people I'm talking to about getting the music out there, and, you know, getting us some international type of deal and whatever. For me, it might not be today, it might not be, but you know, trust me, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Burna, for instance, I mean, like from his live album to the album that finally won him a Grammy.
Yes.
How long a period was that? How many songs has it dropped by the time he won the
exactly. So you see, that time should not even determine anything. That in between time should not determine anything. For me, I look at this in between time as my workout in between time. That's like me training, getting ready. That's all it is. No, I'm not. It doesn't. The time or whatever doesn't like. We ever say there's a saying that I always like to pick up from Nigeria that says they put it like who dropped now Naim dropped the old one, or meaning if you who just released now is the one who released the old one. It's already an old stuff. Or who bought something, who bought one now, Naim bought the old one. Who buy the one now, Naim buy the old one. Whoever got now, if I buy a car now 2023, I've just bought an old one because I'm buying mine 2024. You know what I'm saying? So It's never, oh yeah, man, no, oh shit, this happened, that's the moment. But your shit
it's coming.
In the future, you got the new one.
Yeah.
Because all the artists that are popping in now, they were not popping in 2022 or 2021 or 2020 or whatever. They were also like, yo, shit, when my time pop, when my time coming, when my time coming. So it's just about the patient and just
keep going.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's even good to just shut down and not to be numb to what the social media or what the buzz is, what's going on, whatever. You know, you need it, but you don't have to let that affect you. But just be, you know, pushing your own, like, yo, man, because when your own come, that's a new one. You get me what I'm saying, though?
100%. 100%.
But Buff, you sound like you're so hungry. Yet you just recently posted that you're the richest artist in Zim. Why do you need to keep asking as much
bars,
as you ask?
Are you dropping bars? Look, it's simple though. It's never enough, man. Okay, look. Okay, for me, right? Remember, you have your goals. You have your goals that you know that you feel empty. You know what I mean? That's not fulfilled. So you empty, you're hungry for that because it's not fulfilled. It's like saying, oh, today I have 100,000, right? But that's 100,000 because that's not what you want, right? But you got 100,000, but that's not what you really want. So I'm sitting at the point where I was like, yo, yeah, I'm the richest Zim artist. Sometimes I say stuff like that so I can make our entertainment entertaining. You know what I'm saying? You see, the thing is, we come from where we are. We have to be so humble. You know what I mean? Our culture is so humbles us. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the type. Okay, obviously, if gonna, you know, I was gonna teach never cool with where the elders are. You know, I'm not gonna stand. I sit down. You know what I mean? Like, my greeters, what you call it? What do you call that? You know, we humble. We go on our knees to greet our elders and all that stuff. I do. I'm like the most humble. Sunyarcero and so forth. You know what I mean? But when it comes to entertainment, when we know that we are on the entertainment platform, I'm on stage. I'm not gonna be a gentleman on stage. This is for me. If you see me on stage, I'm not a gentleman. I don't do gentleman stuff on stage. Anything can pop. You can see me. I can jump in the crowd. I can do whatever I can do. I don't do it because I believe it has to be theatrical. I'm not, and I hate when I do when I do my performances. I don't do songs like you hear them on CD. Or you know what I mean. It's anything can happen. You never know. You can't predict how I do my performances or whatever. Now by that, I feel like sometimes I'll just wake up and like, yo, why are we so gentle? Why are we so like, my fans, this, why can't we be entertaining? You know, so sometimes I'll just wake up and I just want to drop something entertaining. You know what I mean? In real life, those who know me closely will know that I'm not a bragging guy. I don't brag. It is not humble to say I'm humble. So, but I'm selfless. Though with me, I'm never that guy that's pompous. I've never been, pompous and whatever. Yes, maybe you might have seen a nigga in some other mood because I'm from the hood. So sometimes I've just been mean mugging or whatever, and you feel like this dude is all up, he's into too much in himself. No, but I've just been mean mugging because I'm from the hood. You know what I mean? But on the real, for me, I'm not what do you call it? An uptight type of nigga or whatever, or somebody who's full of himself or whatever. But then I feel like sometimes we gotta say some shit that's to entertain the people. Like, yo, I'm the richest. Let's talk. But how you know, man? How can you be the richest? And then let's talk about it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Can we
have a conversation?
Let's have a conversation. It's one thing I even give props to with what AKA used to do. He used to run the social media. You know what I mean? You run Twitter. You know what I mean? Things will be so quiet, the nigga just wake up and just run tweet and then everybody be talking all their lives. You know what I mean?
Best rapper of all time.
But that's what I'm saying. That's entertaining. It's like what Whiskey is doing now. You know, Whiskey goes and says, "There's no rappers in Nigeria. Our rappers are whack." No, but we are no. Why would you say that? Then it's like, no, but why are you still talking? Send me your raps then.
Let's see the rap.
What he's doing is he's trying to dig you out from wherever you are, you're hitting, because he's saying that y'all You're not doing what hip hop is all about. Because now we Afro pop niggas, Afrobeat niggas gotta do the hip hop shit for you. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So yeah.
But you know, Buff, what makes this specific statement problematic coming from you is that you're really a businessman.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, it's easy to say, I'm the richest person in the world or in the country. And people know, come on now, you know, you're just doing music and you don't have anything else going on. So I think coming from you, it's like, okay, if Buff is saying it, we all know Buff is a businessman for real.
So then what he does now, for me, right? Yeah. Remember, I told you, most of my things that I do for me is premeditated. Yeah. Now, psychologically, what I'm trying to do is, if you're an artist who's not been doing any business, then you start doing business. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, okay, I need to just start buying used tires. I'm going to open up a used tire company now. I'm selling used tires. The problem that we have is this young generation of music and artists and whatever, is we all want to do cool businesses. Everybody wants to do cool businesses. Too cool for shit. But everybody's like, oh, I want to be a brand ambassador for this. Everybody wants to do cool businesses. Nobody wants to do the dirt. Nobody wants to get, like, I know my dudes that are selling gas, that are selling, most of them dudes are rich because are selling gas. They do gas business. You know what I mean? They're selling fuel, they're selling, paraffin, they're selling whatever. But when the VIP popping bottles, in Gucci's, like, yo, them niggas in Gucci. But if you see them niggas working in their overalls,
in real
God
life.
damn, niggas, so how you make this money? Because money has no stain. Yeah. Money has no dirt. But everybody wants to do cool business. I'm starting my own label, my own design, my own clothing line. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to do cool business. Nobody wants to do the dirt. Nobody wants to. And I learned this from my dad. My dad was he used to farm chickens. My dad was a musician. Like he played, he performed with. He was in a band with Thomas Mafuma there.
Oh wow!
You come back home, this nigga 3 a.m. is in the garden.
Damn.
He's doing gardening. He's feeding the chickens. He's doing whatever. At one point, we stayed in Kariba. He raised about 300 roadrunner chickens. Damn. 300 roadrunner chickens, my dog, in a wild place where there's snakes, there's whatever. He raised them there, and he had this garden green. And that was my dad. My dad had some. He used to do the VW combis, transporting whatever businesses. He done all types of businesses, but he was a musician.
Oh wow.
But the thing is, with us, we want cool businesses, And niggas want to be like, yeah, I want to cool. I'm trying to say, no, dog. Let's do. Why? I always ask myself, like, I always tell my niggas that are doing other business, I'm like, yo, man, put me on. They look at me like, but Buffy. I said, no, nigga, put me on, dog.
Yeah.
I want to also know what's going on. I'm ready. Let me do all that shit, dog. What you doing, nigga? You make the sofas, nigga. What can I do also? Can I supply the material?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what we need to, as artists. We just know we need to think out of the box. What else can we do? You know what I mean? Like, not cool businesses, but just other businesses. So that's why, when I say some things, I was like, okay, no, let me spark this. Because I tell dudes, like, even the dudes, for me, the dudes that got guap, I always say, like, yo, but you niggas, why you like other niggas to ask you for money, though? You know what I mean? Don't give me the fish, show me how to fish. Because when I have, you have, we sharing. We go out, you buy, not only you buying. You know what I mean? You buy one Hennessy, I also buy another Hennessy.
Now we got two.
We popping now. So why you gotta be one nigga? You know what I mean? Let's put each other on. If I know that yo, my nigga, they're selling gold. Yeah, this is what's making money. Put me on that shit, so I can also have. So we always have to what we put. You know what I mean? But niggas want to be the only one. Then when you ask them again, it's a problem. Why you niggas always gonna ask me? Then you start running away from your niggas. Put your niggas on, so you don't have to. It's that Ricky Rose shit. It's like, yo, what I did. For me, I'm still working. I'm praying that when I get to where I really want to be in life, also, I said to my mom, instead of saying I need to send money, Marigumba, send you money and stuff.
Build a business.
Yeah. I open up a business for you, and then you don't ask me. I ask you sometimes.
Yeah. Send me some money.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where we need to get to.
I love that.
In terms of let's empower, we empower all of us. Then all of us say, like, yo, niggas, hey man, I need pizza. And then my homie like, yo, no, I got you, my nigga. My niggas can't do that shit,
bro.
Because we're looking up to one nigga.
Yeah. Because when it's just you, bro, it's upsetting.
The pressure.
Because you're constantly feeling taken advantage of. And sometimes people just don't have.
Yes, and then you wanna now feel like, yo, but why you niggas on? No, then put the niggas on in some other businesses so they can stand, right? Rather let your nigga be stingy. And be like, you nigga, you stingy. You don't want to spend. You know what I mean? Then knowing that your nigga don't really have, but you expect him to also, contribute, and he doesn't have.
For sure.
Yeah.
How do you feel about what's going on with Holy10 and Zim? People trying to follow him because of this shit.
Trying to cancel him.
Trying to cancel the boy, man. Before you answer that, shout out to you actually. Buffalo Soldier was introducing Holy10 to like Nasty C and all this shit. Niggas don't see you do this shit, man.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, they need to understand the level that you're playing at. Yeah,
niggas don't.
Yeah. How you feel about that?
Look, here's the thing, right? Holy is my youth. You know what I mean? Like when Holy was, I remember there's the other dudes that also help him in terms of other promotion and other than stuff. No, before Stuart and stuff. And I linked him up with other niggas, to help him, and stuff like that. And we speak. And he always calls me, and we talk. Even when I was in Zim, he came to me. He's like, "Yo, Buff, I just wanted to look in your eye, and so you can tell me, you really gonna go ahead with filling up the sports stadium? I wanted to see you and you know what I mean, and really." Look at the man like, yo, you serious with this? I was like, yeah, dog. We're gonna do it. That's not me. We're gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, dog, you know what I mean? I respect that. He's a youth that that I will speak to, there and there, And Winky, is my best friend, man. Everybody knows Winky is my friend. Winky exposed the side of him that a lot of people don't know that I know, and we friends like that, and now when it becomes entertainment, when Holy's saying what he's saying, and then people canceling him and so forth, right? For me, it's like when I look at Carson, aka, and what Carson, aka was doing, and was it benefiting them, or was it not benefiting them at the same time? Right? Most people too, they don't even know that me and Shatta are niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some people took it personal, some people took it this way, that way. And again, I always say, shit that I usually do for me is premeditated.
Yeah.
And me and Shatta sitting down talking like, yo, Shatta, look, dancehall is like on the steep right now. Yeah. What can we do to raise, to get people talking again? And we're like, yo, man, let's just do this whole beef thing and let's go on song for song and so forth. And then it got disrupted there because my people were not really giving me the support that we thought we needed, so that we could back each other. So he's doing that whole Ghana, so it can be a West Africa, southern region of, so we could create so much noise. But again, I always start some things, and then most of my people will not engage and support what I'll be trying to do for the industry again. You know what I mean? Like when I do things like that, dog, I'm doing it for. I'm not gonna be here doing music forever, like. But at this prime time, when I have the chance to be the tool to do something about the entertainment in my country and use the platform and the connects that I have now, I'm doing. And most of the time when I do it, my people are like, yo, but why you always gonna start fight? I'm like, no, dog, I didn't even start shit. I didn't start. Can you just stop and just and look at the vision?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, what's going on here? Okay, before you start taking going against me, who's your fellow man. But you know what I mean? It's always been like that, dog. So
it is what it is.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
You've been in the industry for a long time. How deep was this AK and Casper beef? Was the real thing? How real was it?
Look, I mean, I feel like for me, even being around the homies, I still feel like I really don't know if it was real or not real. But what I'm saying is, like, even if it wasn't real, this is what I'm saying. We have to look at the benefit of because I feel like the AKA and Cass, the whole beef from the get-go helped the movement to where it's at right now. Like, let's be frank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could be a hip hop artist. I know how rappers be ignorant and shit and always want to act dumb and whatever. You come in the game now and you a new kid and you coming in the game now, you gotta honor the what's called it, these dudes. You gotta honor the game. You gotta honor the OGs, because even when Cass and AKA came in the game, AKA was one of the niggas that I know who used to always honor the OGs. You have to honor the OGs. You have to honor what's there, because those are the people that laid the foundation for you. You gotta honor. If there's a new era, you like what's happening with the Nasties and Aries, right?
Yeah.
The next generation has to honor these dudes because they laid this foundation of whatever that's going to happen, surface from here on, going further. You gotta honor that, right? So I'm saying it's the same thing with Holy. When Holy doesn't honor, is it this is how I wanted to check it, because when I was trying to respond to it, I was like, is it a matter of disowning? You know what I mean? Are you disowning the man that pioneered the game? You know what I mean? Or are you trying to are you sparking? You know, are you getting the movement to go? You know, are you sparking? Because remember, however you want to look at it, right? If Holy does what he does, and he's talking about Winky, that's a younger generation that's continuing carrying Winky there, right? Because Winky is already a timeless artist in Zim, younger, older, and you know, in the middle class, middle generation. So you'd find out that for me, I'd look at it as is it benefiting both? Oh yeah, you could be. They talk, oh, let's unfollow him, but you're still talking about the brand also Holy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, Holy, you disrespecting Winky, disrespect. Oh, but that's Winky. Oh, Winky's still popping.
We're talking about Winky. Yeah. It benefits
so for
both
me,
sides,
right,
sure.
I always look at it as I don't really think that. I'll give you an example of my homie Passion Java, right? Everybody thought they could cancel the nigga.
Yeah.
Right? I don't feel like now anybody can be cancelled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like now, because we're even in an era of everything that's junk, we love. Because now, if it's really about canceling, saying niggas dog,
You think Passion is junk?
No, I can never say Passion.
What you like to say?
That's my homie. Passion can be junk. So I feel like any content that you would look at it, oh, this is junk. Now,
that's what people like.
That's what people want. The garbage is what is selling the most now. So if you're gonna sit back and trying to be that artist or trying to be that guy that's always judging, like, why you're missing your moment, and you're missing what you could use as content as being artists, right? We're all different type of artists. There's artists that need that kind of content and the artist that doesn't need that kind of content.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in this generation and in this era that we are in of social media, I always say, for me, I'm a sci-fi supernatural kind of guy. That's the content I watch. That's what keeps me where I am. And I don't that's why you see that even in my visuals on videos, nobody can match me on music videos. I can say that anytime. It's not bragging.
Bruv brought your whole god into a music video.
You already know, dog.
What was that about, bruv?
Yeah, that's the visuals, dog.
Yeah.
So for me, when it comes to visuals, you know what I mean, I always wanna push it. You know what I mean? Because this is what I'm saying. It's like what you watch must what is it? Is it art imitating reality?
Yeah. Art imitates reality. Yeah.
For me, what you watch, you must be able to, because that's where I get some of my inspiration when it comes to visuals, right?
Yeah.
For a minute, for one time in my life, I thought I was gonna be like some Spielberg type of nigga and shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? I still wanna go to Hollywood and just watch, them niggas direct movies and whatever. You know what I mean? Because that's why in most of my videos, I've always directed most of my videos. Yeah. Either I directed or I co-direct, because of the visions that I have. You know what I mean? I'll be like, yo, the last video that we did with Winky that didn't come out, I was like to Winky, yo, I need to get it. Let's get it memoed.
Yeah.
He's like, how are we gonna get it? I was like, no, let's get it memoed and let's go inside Cape Town and shoot it right there with the yacht. Yeah. We're on the yacht, then we're gonna get memoed. He's like, nah, how you gonna? I was like, yeah, I got the 2 members. I put the members and the legit whatever. So yeah. It's always been for me. I was like, yo, man, let's take it there. I still dream for us to really have that type of budget. Dog, if I ever have like some $200,000 to shoot a music video,
you will spend it,
bro. What I will make, dog. But I'm telling you, dog. Even them niggas will call me like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's really good? Because it's like a concept that I once said. These are the concept of, like, when I was watching all the supernatural movies, I was like, yo, but why can't we have the chronicles of African wars? So now I was thinking, like, there was a story in Zim about a guy called Chaminuka. And they used to say he had a spear and arrow that could shoot anybody from wherever he is. Yeah. So I'm thinking this nigga hearing that he's shooting Chaka Zulu from from Zim there, from the southern region, and that time it would be Zimbabwe, you know what I mean? He's shooting, you know, so all those type of things that be coming in my mind, in my head. And one time I was like, yo, what if we ever have a movie of reverse colony? And then black people are colonizing white people.
They won't allow it.
You get what I'm saying?
Mainstream,
and the other time I was thinking, whoa, what if, you sleeping and you wake up and you were a black man in the slavery time. You a white dude that slept and you wake up in the 16th century and you black. And now you're feeling the
heat.
So, you know what I mean? That's just the ideas for me that I always like mess around with, you know what I mean, when I'm coming. So that's why even on songs, I always like to do concept. I don't like to do the normal thing. I always be like, no. You know, sometimes it's bad also, not because you know how music is being simplified now.
And dumbed down.
You know what I mean? Like Afrobeat or my piano, but you know, music has been dumbed down. You know, maybe if it's trap, it's dumbed down. So sometimes for me, it affects me because I'll be like, hey man, do I have to? You know, do we have to sound this dumb and do we have to? Yeah. You know, but sometimes you just have to because people just want to groove.
It is what it is.
You know what I mean?
It is what it is.
But Buff, you need to walk us through your verse on Fire Emoji.
Verse on Fire Emoji.
That was a crazy verse, and I know Daryl was just like, yo, this is one of my favorite verses on this joint. It's nice to finally
so let me tell you something, right?
Yeah.
So on the Fire Emoji verses. Oh, first of all, I was the first dude that I hit up Leo. I was like, I DM the kid. I was like, yo, let's link up. I'm coming to Zim. Let's link up. And he came through, and we was talking. I was like, yo, man, I need to jump. Let's do a remix. He's like, oh yeah, but you know, the song is, you know, these people are involved. The Zero, and you know, so and Zim Celeb. I was like, nah, it's fine. But let's do a remix. I'm gonna holler at the niggas out. So later on, I hit up Zim Celeb. I was like, yo, man, you know. So I came back and I done the remix, my verse already, and I just kept my verse and I just waited and then other people started doing the verses, and then we came through. But now with me with that verse, right? This is how I compose music. I say this most of the time. I say melodies, right, have to subconsciously ring a bell. They have to kind of come from somewhere. So what happens, like sometimes when you hear a hit song, it's because you've heard the song
before, yeah.
But you don't recall that you've had it because it's already a common melody, but you don't recall that you've had it, but subconsciously you've had it. So that's why a hit song catches, you hear a hit song, boom, it catches up now. I say, yo, I like this song.
Yeah.
Because you've had it, somehow you've had it and you don't remember. So I was like, yo man, I'm hearing some certain vibe in this song. You know, I would hear, what do you call it? The Zigzag. It was a Zigzag band. I think it was a Zigzag band. I could hear the melodies. You know, this go more on my side. Oh no, I could hear those. Don't you bother me.
Okay.
So I could hear all those melodies. You know, you are Jenny. You know, I could hear. So I'm hearing melodies. You know, so with me, it's like every time I hear a song, I have to hear other melodies. I have to hear, because I can tell you now, there's no song that comes out now that is not extracted from someone. You just have to be properly musically inclined, like to know the music.
What sits where?
Yeah, and you have to know it from the 60s to now.
Yeah.
And you have to know all the genres. You have to know all the type of genres. With me, it's like, I was lucky because my dad had vinyls on vinyls. You know, I listened to everything. And when I also met up with Wax, he had like vinyls. Like I listened to all Nigerian music before. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, Fela Kuti's. I've listened to, Lagba Jazz. I've listened to Shino Peter. I've listened to all types of vibes, right? So with me is what it does for you is like it stays there. When you're coming up with melodies, those melodies will come back. And you put them in your own words, and you put them in your own vibe, and you put them in. That's how you create melodies. And you're creating melodies. That's why sometimes they'll say, when you want to write music, stop listening to anything, because when you're creating, you can't create from something that you've already had.
Yeah.
You know, you need to empty your mind and then start creating again. That's why Missy Elliott used to talk about, I'm going to the monks, I'm going to the mountains, and to create, to come up with melodies. But what only happens is you're clearing your mind from what you've recently had. But everything that you've had long time ago or whatever is going to come back. You're going to hear it again. And it's going to be subconscious then and it comes. So now for me, how we came about is because of those melodies within. And the lyrically, if you listen to the lyrics, I was talking about everything that, our people always judge me, how people always measure, how people always think of Buffalo Soldier, but deep down they know that I'm the God.
Yeah.
You know, how people always talk, you know, artists can talk, could be people, could be haters, could be whatever, but they still know that I'm the God. Because saying achievements that I've done, right, that, you know, you can try to, you can't, the problem with it, you can't erase it. You know, see what I'm saying? People just have to move on and make their own, you know, own achievements or whatever, but you can't erase what I've done. You can't erase the time that I came out and and stuff like that. So when I say, I think in the line I say, even if you deny it, buffaloes goes.
That shit is hard.
No.
That shit is hard right there.
Just look for that piece, dog. You know, karere mbwa mangwa inofuma kuruma dosaka mama kasafamba sina kusuma makore mazhinji akandigarira dare mageti keepers achida kundirova ndare no one's bigger than God. You are uzingware. Chimboita logat unotsvaka mare.
But Bob, tell me, did you anticipate the reaction that you got from the song?
No. Let me tell you, didn't you see that when I dropped, everybody was like, above it, the work is verse.
That's what he said.
Yeah, everybody was like, the work is. All along, I believe that it was the work is verse, right? But with me, this is the thing with me, right? I remember when me and Winky dropped Drugari, it was bad energy, man, bad public. Everybody was talking, hey, this is whacking. But what I've realized is, it's so many artists that have ghost accounts, right? There's so many artists that have ghost accounts that will take the time, then they'll go there and they'll take it just to kill you. But all they're doing is killing your spirit. Because how do you kill something that's already out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because people in Zim strongly believe that comment section can kill the song or kill an artist. But for me, I believe that the melody can't be killed by a comment.
Yeah.
So even if the melody or the song or something that's going to touch people cannot be killed by a comment, right? Doesn't matter even if you say this is the whack a million times whack shit I've ever heard, right? If I listen to it and the melody touches me in some sort of way, dog, you know what I mean?
Shit is hard.
Your word can't, you know what I mean? Shit is hard. So eventually, it becomes hard. So now when I got home, I'm also vibe. I'm like, yo, I hear everybody. That's the verse is dog. I'm like, how, man? All I know from social media is this shit is whack.
Yeah.
So with me, right, is because even if I hear that it's whack, I always like, yo, man, it is what it is, dog. The music is out. Content is out. So you know, this hence I go back to that thing I was saying about with Java. Java always says, I'm like porn. That you hate to love me in public.
Yeah, but you love me in private.
But you watch me, you love me in private.
Yeah, funny guy.
So the thing is, right, sometimes you need to, an artist and the PR and the marketing team that's behind you needs to really understand that about the social media. You know what I mean? You need to understand that about the social
real
media.
place.
You need to understand that about social media. That's why most of the time you see that what ended up happening with the votes in Nigeria, that someone will be winning online, but then physically they're not winning. You know what I mean? So what people write online, and people that are not obviously probably even not in Zim, maybe they're in Europe or they are whatever. You know, you have all these keyboard warriors, right? They type and they write, and that's what they do. The keyboard warriors, they have to type and write. You know what I mean? But you know, I always tell dudes like, yo, if you can type and write, if you can say that shit in my face and be able to stand here, then you a G. Because I fuck you up talking about. Me, I'm the type of dude like if you say some shit, right, and it's not fact, I take criticism, constructive criticism. I don't take if you're gonna bring hate in front of me, I fuck you up. Though.
Straight.
Yeah.
Straight.
You know, Buff, Daryl, I just wanted to just add to that. You know, there's a meme that I always send you of a guy who is like fighting with celebrities on Twitter, and he's in his back room like with the flow.
That type of vibe, right?
Yeah. Buff, outside of your verse, who do you think? Which one was your favorite verse? Outside of yours.
Okay, let me be honest, right?
Be a real nigga, man.
I want to be a real nigga, right? There's 3 dope verses on the song. It's what do you call the what's his name again?
Blink 4.
Blink 4 for me had, I would say, one of the dopest verses. When me and the homies are talking, right? We always recycle that. You know what I mean? Blink 4 for me had a
Yes, quotables. There's a lot of quotables.
Thank you very much. See, You see that this the editors. You know what I mean? It's coming from the editors code.
Yeah.
That's true. He had a quotable lines, right? And then Holy and votes for me goes in like this. You know what I mean? Holy for me kills me with the Arivunduke. He opens up. So sometimes I feel like, you know, with a song, right? Remember a song that we used to always have, when you, if let me just quickly go back in the days when we used to submit songs and record companies. They used to tell you that quickly, when you bring a CD, we only listen to the few seconds.
15 seconds.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So is that, you know what I mean? Then I'm like, okay, oh shit, what does this do? So, you know what I mean? And I'm listening already. So Arivunduke, whatever follows up, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, well, hit that. But Votes hit me up with my gun Foster. You know, those quotables, those lines, you know, those like, yeah, okay. If we want to look at it in the history of hip hop and the history of music and Zim, that song is going to forever be that song. You know what I mean? It did so much because I remember that song. I actually was supposed to put Gemini on the remix on that when we were trying to get some other SA rappers to jump on. I spoke to Blackie that time. I spoke to Blackie, you know. I spoke to Blackie and I spoke to Jam. Who was I spoke to? I forgot, but I spoken to a couple of rappers that I wanted them to jump on the song. And I told them. And then when later on, when the song came out, Jam was buff. So the song I was like, yeah, my nigga, I told you the time, you niggas, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Because I'm really, 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 really praying and just trying to find ways that we can bridge the gap between Zimbabwe and South Africa, though, because it doesn't make sense. It's like in Ghana and Nigeria. You understand? Ghana, everybody knows that Ghana is the gateway. Yes, the music is popping in Nigeria, but Ghana is the gateway. Everybody knows that shit. So this is the thing, right? You'd find out artists are actually going to Ghana to blow up. Well, artists actually blow up in Ghana before they blow up in Nigeria. You understand what I'm saying? But then you have Ghana artists that are known in Nigeria. You get what I'm saying? Zim is still in a position where the last time when I remember when we were working with Brayuma Sekela on the song Young Gifted and African, the Chanelo song. And he said to me, we were talking about America at that time, he says, you see, one thing about America and here is we know about them, but they don't know about us. It's the same thing that's happening in Zimbabwe. Till today, it's been years, and they still don't know about Zim music. South Africa still don't know about Zim music. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to find a way, and it's 45. It's a 45 minutes flight. 45 to an hour flight. And you know what I mean? They don't know about Zim music.
That's ridiculous.
So this is what we need to find. I don't know how. We need to find a way for most Zim artists. I understand because you know I mean it's expensive. Also PR is will be expensive to get your PR done here. But we just need to find a way to just keep on pushing the music.
You know what? We need to do it like the Nigerians. Get all them bingas to start coming and spending in the right clubs.
You see what I said? Let me tell you what I said, right? See this? I like that you say that. I tweeted something that I was running with on Twitter, sorry, on Facebook, Instagram. Then I said, I learned one thing from my Nigerian brothers. I realized that Nigeria does this. What they will do is, if a Niger do come here, if you're playing music, Niger do starts being uncomfortable already. Like, why not you play Nigerian music now? They are naturally like that. If a Nigerian guy who wishes he goes to KFC and asks for Nigerian food. You know what I mean? You know if you just put jollof rice and that my rice. No dog, we saying just but one thing I like about my Nigerian niggas is that dog.
Patriotism.
The patriotism is on another level. They would walk in any place because why? They understood that I am the business. So I'm coming here to give you business. I'm coming here to buy champagne, to buy Hennessy's and to buy whatever. You must play my music. So I started doing this whole campaign, telling all my bingam, all my baller niggas that I know. I remember I was speaking to me and Chief J. One thing, shout out to Chief J and Pound, and they always vibe with me when it comes to that. I was like, yo, gents, anywhere we go, anywhere that we're spending, you guys are balling. Detect the music, detect the service. You must tell them like, yo, okay, it's fine. We vibe. We like the piano. We like the Afrobeat, but also drop the Zim music. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember Fire Emoji. What we did with it in Cape Town now, like the locals are listening to Fire Emoji. Because we at the Honeys, vibing to, you know what I mean, the fire emoji, and then we, you know what I mean, because we was buying, I was like, yo, but you got to listen to it. And we, you know what I mean, it's been like that. And for me, everybody that knows me, they know that if I go to a club or if I go to any place and they're playing, I never go to the, yo, play some Buffalo Soldier. I'm not dog. This is never, if there's anybody that knows me and that can say that Buff came here and be like, yo, why ain't you playing some Buffalo Soldier, right? That dude, if he's there, I'm gonna let him drive the Mustang for one day, just for one day. But I'll be at the passenger seat. I'll be controlling the speed. Though.
You don't trust like that.
Don't press too much. You know, because I don't do that, dog. I'm selfless when it comes to that. Because with me, I know that, because I understand that thing. I understand that if any of us make it, we're all making it.
Yeah.
That's one thing that the dudes don't understand. Understand that once it enters, right? The reason why Niger music made is because it's a whole army.
Community.
The whole community. One guy entered. People like, but we want to hear more. That's what happens. When one makes it, you hear Wizkid, you're gonna hear Davido, you're gonna hear Benabo, you're gonna hear him. That's how it happens. So it's not about let me be the only face, let me be the only one playing. Nah, dog. You need a whole community to make it happen, and everybody needs to be supportive and whatever. So most of the time I'll be like, yo, play some Souljah Love, man. You know what I mean? Play some Souljah Love. Yo, play some. That's how I've always been. Play Winky, play Jah Praiser, play. Yeah. It's always how always, because why I've been exposed to how it can work. Yeah. So maybe I'm so high, I'm too hard to my niggas that's not exposed to how it works. Because I'm already being exposed to how it works. Yeah. That is why I'll be like, yo, no man, just play other niggas, like play everybody. Because if the more of us being played, and then it's a wrap. We in there.
No, we really appreciate your time.
Before we thank him, bro, your top 5 Zimbabwean artists of all time. Top 5 your favorite. Top 5 Zimbabwean artists of all time.
Of all time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, for me it has to be. I'll start from James Chimombe.
Okay.
I'll give you James Chimombe. I'll give you. I'm gonna put Bundu Boys in there. Then I'm gonna come up and say. I want to say these guys, and I'll say, man, it's complicated on that one. There, I'll say James Chimombe. I'll say Bundu Boys. I'll say Oliver Mtukudzi. Right, and then I'm gonna put Chiwoneso.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put Chiwoneso in there. Then I'm gonna put. So the 5, I'm gonna put 3 people. I'll put Winky D, Jah Praiser, and myself. That one like that. Yeah, like that. I was gonna 8 on the 6, but maybe like that.
Okay, that's incredible. No,
yeah.
Really appreciate you giving us your time and just blessing us with your presence. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
You're a legend, brother. You're a legend, and we really appreciate you.
Thank you, my brother. Man.
Fuck the comment section. Fuck what all these niggas talk about. Yeah. You're a legend, and we know it. Yeah, we really appreciate you.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for having me, guys, man. Listen, I think this is the longest I've really broke down a bit of that's just a bit of my story.
There's a lot more.
But thank you.
We'll do a part 2.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Love.